Microphone check 1 2. This is yours truly, Maximus and Forsaken of the Brothers of Steel, and we're getting ready tonight for an episode of Game Talk. And tonight I am just filling in for Dart Fred, who is not here tonight. So Forsaken, are you there?
Yep, I'm here right now.
Yeah. So tonight is gonna be special, guys. We are gonna be talking about two of the big games that are coming up, and we have been covering it pretty much a lot on the Brothers of Steel. We'll be talking about the big bad game itself, Fallout 76, and of course we're going to be touching back down to the orgasmic game of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes, we will.
I have to use that word because when you really see that game, you have to just like step back and say, "Oh my God, what is that?" You know.
Yeah.
So what we gonna start off with, Forsaken?
Okay, yeah. Yo, guys, we're starting off directly hitting into the baseline of Red Dead Redemption 2. So, to start it off, the basic story is you'll be taking on the role of Arthur, who will be living by himself and fighting alongside the Vandale Linde gang at its height, and it will also feature young Marston. If you don't know who Marston is, he is the main protagonist of Red Dead Redemption 1. And right now on stream, I guess we're going to be talking about all the features and key points of the game we know so far, which is going to be released on October 26th. And I will be picking up the game and I will be streaming it from day one once I receive it. And if you guys want to join me when we do start to do the online content, I'll have a link up. I'll share the PlayStation link because I'll be getting it on PS4. And you guys can join me when we're playing online. So let's get into the key points of the game. What we know so far is that the game will feature hundreds of decision-making choices that players could make along the game storyline, which means there's a high replayability. So when you make decisions throughout the game up till the end, you could always play back over to say, I wonder what would have happened if I had made this decision before instead of what I did then. So we're already getting into the aspect of the game one time from that. It's no longer just a simple third-person shooter where you just play out this fixed storyline and nothing you do affects it. It's more of you have your choices of how you're going to interact with people, whether you're a true outlaw or a man of honor and all this stuff. And we'll also go into the other niceties in the game that will also affect how you play the game, your play style, and how the world reacts to it. So it's something me and Max have always talked about whenever we covered any sort of RPG game or action RPG game, what we'd like and look for into an RPG game. And Rockstar just always outdo themselves whenever they make such a game. And almost every single game they chalk out, it's a hit. It's amazing. I mean, we've been waiting for Red Dead for so long, the sequel to Red Dead 2. And Grand Theft Auto 5, I mean, look how long it's been out, and it's still making money. It still have people coming back to play it, and that's just the online aspect of it, not just the amazing story content. And this is what me and Max love about games: high replayability, long hours to spend into it, not feeling bored, not wanting to say, oh, I did everything already, I don't feel like playing anymore. It's like, yeah, we want to get back into it, right, Max?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. We were discussing the other day that we think that we are into a new era.
Yeah, we are into a completely new era when it comes to gaming. We are right now into the third-person / first-person RPG mixed genre era, where action RPG games, I should say, not the regular turn-based RPG games, are having their moment. They're right now, whenever you hear an action RPG game come out, especially from big companies, it does extremely well. I mean, we punish companies for doing bad with these games because we're excited for. These are the games we look for. If you look back, EA unfortunately killed one of the best franchise they had with Mass Effect. They basically destroyed it with the last rendition of the game. Hopefully, it will be revitalized later on. But most games right now are moving into the action RPG genre. We have anticipated, and people are hoping EA doesn't screw it up. We have we have to hope they won't screw it up. And we have even more and highly anticipated, and we know CD Projekt aren't going to do us bad, is Cyberpunk 2077. It looks amazing what we got to see recently, the 40 minutes, I think, gameplay. And that's what we're looking forward to right now. These are the games we're looking out for, these action RPGs where, you know, we get our choices, we make our custom characters, and everything we do affects the world around us. We don't want it to be just like, oh, we have a choice, live or die, and nothing happens. There's no consequences for it. And as we talk about that, but there's no consequences, we dive in. Oh, go ahead, Max.
I think you need to mention what he told me for a second about the guy growing up beard and thing, Jet.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna jump into.
Oh, he's going into that. All right, sorry. I like. Was he not saying that yet? Is he not saying that yet?
Yeah. So this is what we're going into, guys. We're going into more key points on Red Dead. So one of the things they mentioned is lifestyle effects in the game, which is basically stuff in real life we either do, won't do, or make sure we do. And we wouldn't necessarily say we look forward to it in a game, but when we do get it in a game, we're really excited for it and we're happy for it. So basically, your main character has the option of shaving his beard and taking a bath and stuff. So like, if you don't shave for a while, your beard and stuff will grow out. If you don't bathe, you'll start to smell and look dirty. And how you present yourself to the world around you, also the world reacts to how you present yourself. So people may make you out for smelling bad. People may mention you look rough with your beard and stuff. Your clothing is another point in the game they mentioned. So how you're dressed, depending on what's going on in the environment, if it's cold, if it's warm, stuff like that, also affects your stamina and things. So you have to make sure you're appropriately dressed before you go out on missions with your crew and things.
I think games are finally able to do like even quarter the things that old RPG inspired games would have wanted to do in the past. Now they have the technology to do it, you know, and it takes a company with balls to say, hey, you know, these little details, I'm gonna make it a priority for once, you know, because the whole thing about the RPG genre is being, as you always say, for a second, I'm giving you credit and your props here, immersion, you know, and it makes you feel a part of the game, you know, and I find a lot of games don't really bring that aspect into the gaming experience now. And that is what we're seeing here in Red Dead Redemption 2, you know, it's like a next level. Could we call this like the trendsetter, like how God of War was a trendsetter?
I wouldn't call it a trendsetter. I would say it's going to be the benchmark for years to come, for maybe 10. No, gaming cycle is like 5 to 10 years. So yeah, let me say 5 for the next 5 to 10 years, maybe longer, depending on how much support Rockstar throws out for Red Dead. It's gonna be the bare bones benchmark. Whatever game comes out in the next development cycle, and I'm gonna give, I hope you guys, if you watch me make more videos, you guys come back and tell me about it. I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to the next development life cycle. I'm going to give you guys a chance, companies that are making games and they have 1 or 2 years left, and those who are now developing games, if your games don't have the bare minimum of what Red Dead Redemption 2 has in it coming forward, you are going to fail. It's going to seriously be the benchmark for all action RPGs. If you're going to make a Wild West game, people are going to be like, well, I could do this in Red Dead Redemption 2, but I can't do this and this came out later. This has a bigger budget. This has more time. This has more development. A AAA company made this. All these things are going to be, every game come out is going to be compared to Red Dead. And although you want to give game benefits of the doubt, you want to say, let's start from let's just don't compare to anything and just the game itself. You can't help it but go back to a great game and say, but this game did it so much better. Why don't these guys learn from it? And that's what it's going to be. This is why there are no crime games that can compete with Grand Theft Auto, because if you bring out a crime game, I mean, Saints Row tried and couldn't compete, so they basically went full cartoony and with their stuff. If you try and you can't compete with what they've done, your game's not going to succeed. People are just going to bash it for not being at that level, and that's why Grand Theft Auto stands at the top and will not be removed. It's been what, over 5 years, and up to now we can't see any game come close to Grand Theft Auto 5. There's none. You can't. People don't even bother to bring out gang-related games just for the fact they know it's going to be compared to Grand Theft Auto 5. And now Rockstar has said, well, you know what? We're going to go tackle back the Wild West now. So if anybody wants to bring out a Wild West game, they're going to have to come back and compare to us. And we're going to be the benchmark. If they don't come up to this level, well, hard luck. You're not even going to sell half as many we're going to sell.
It's the same thing as saying balls, moxie. You know, it takes some balls to really make that decision. Let me just big up everyone on the stream. Big respect to Tifu and Curve Bullet and Christopher and Azad. Hey Azad, what's up? We spoke to you on Facebook already. Azad, we know that you have a gaming channel on Facebook. You're asking where you guys from. We're from Trinidad and Tobago, man. You spoke to the Brothers of Steel on Facebook, man. You run a really nice gaming channel, and yeah, we try to link up once. So welcome to the Brothers of Steel on our live stream, man.
Yeah, welcome.
And a big respect to Curve Bullet. I think for a second, if we do have merch and we do have a competition, I think Curve Bullet is gonna win it, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be unfair to everybody.
Yeah, boy, Curve Bullet. Just actually, who logged in first here tonight? Let me see. It was actually Azad Gaming who logged in first, and then Christopher. So Curve Bullet actually came in fourth tonight. Yeah,
he came late.
You know, yeah. So what we're saying, yeah, they are basically like they have almost like a marketing strategy to like totally dominate Rockstar. As you said, the only game I can think of that was of the same genre of Grand Theft Auto would have been Saints Row. You know, the Saints Row tried something. they tried something. You know.
Yeah. Rockstar is basically doing what EA dreams to do. They're saying we have the money, we have the time, and we have the skills and the drive to do something. So why don't we go full force? I mean, EA is like, let's make money now. Rockstar is like, I want to make money for the next 5 to 10 years. So when they make games, they don't make games and say, okay, we throw it out for this year. Let's hope next year we make back the same amount of money we make then. They're like, oh, hell no. We're going to throw the game this year, and that game's going to make us money, the same amount of money this year, even more next year. We're going to throw more content to make even more money later down the line. And that's the kind of mentality companies need to have when they're producing games, because you always try to break even once you launch your game. But after you break even, most companies look for a quick buck and then move on. You shouldn't do that. You should try to finish the game. Try to maximize as much money you can make from that game you just released, so you can invest it to bring out an even better game later down the line. And that's what Rockstar does. They take their time and reinvest and say, let's pump out a game that's just going to break the mold. We're going to set a bar so high that when anybody tries to imitate us, not only do they don't have the funding, they won't have the time, they won't have the staff, they won't have anything to compete with us. And going more into the points of this game, which I'm going to cover now, you're going to realize if this game doesn't get Game of the Year, probably because it won't make the time cut, I don't think any game deserves it for this year alone. Because moving on, they have mentioned that the ecosystem alone will feature over 200 distinct animals. 200 max.
Wow.
200.
Wow. That's a mega zoo.
Yeah, no, imagine. And they say the map's going to be huge. It's going to include the entire map from the previous Red Dead Redemption plus more. It's going to be one of the largest maps ever for their games. Look, you can just look in the trailer. Look at all the different animals and stuff they have in it.
Yeah,
So,
is it things you take for granted?
as the thing takes for granted.
Osei, I'm on to saying best game ever.
More than likely, it will be the best game ever.
It doesn't make
Plenty
sense.
Gucci, I laugh.
Yeah, I agree with that one. And Tiff, you was saying, how's life, guys? How's life? Let me tell you how life is. Life right now is high expectations, and for a second, high
Yeah,
expectations. That's what life is right now. I cannot wait
yeah,
for Fallout 76, and I cannot wait for Red Dead. And as Forsaken was saying, we really need your support, guys. When we do start streaming this content, join the stream. Just dive into it, and if there's a multiplayer aspect, join us, and we could play and have some fun as Trim Bingonians, we could do
yep,
that, you know.
yeah. Another thing too we're gonna dive into is the fact that okay, this is something I wanted in Wild West games, and we're getting it. And actually, I wanted it any kind of shooting games, especially gang related. So if you kill someone by mistake or intentionally, their families can come after you at any point in the game. So you have to be careful with what you're doing. Or you could be hunted down. You could be probably in a mission, and then all of a sudden this guy comes and wrecks your mission and comes after you. Um, you will have bounties on your head. People put bounties on your head, so you have to watch out for bounty hunters who will be chasing you down and stuff. This is prime stuff, little stuff that you probably, as we always say, take for granted. And these are things that are going to make you want to play this game over and over. You may play it the first time and you be this honest guy, try to avoid causing problems. But besides the main missions where you actually have to rob and, kidnap and all those stuff. But you'll try to avoid trouble as much as you could. And then next time you might be playing, I say, I want to go total Wild West on these guys. I want to shoot up left, right, and center. I want to hold up banks. I want to do everything possibly bad I could do in the game and see how far the game will push it. So these are things you want in the game when it comes to Wild Wild West. Another lifestyle feature of the game is that you have to take care of your gun. They degrade over time. If you're not cleaning it, it could probably end up jamming on you and stuff. So you have to be careful about it. It's no longer like you run with your gun and you shoot non-stop and have no care in the world. You have to take care of your horse. You have to make sure it's well groomed and stuff. Yeah, I agree with you, Yogi. Yeah, he said he would love to be hunted mid-mission. Yeah, it would be awesome. Imagine you mid-mission hunting some guy down, and then all of a sudden, bounty hunters come after you. That would be amazing in the game. We'd have to wait for the game to see, but that would be ridiculously amazing in the game for us to see. Another thing I want to talk to you guys is about hunting. We all know when we hunt animals in any video game, we could store a bunch of animals and things like that, and most of the time the food doesn't degrade and stuff. In Red Dead Redemption 2, what I'm seeing from the gameplay, like you hunt an animal, you actually have to lug it over your shoulder, put it on your horse, and then go into town to sell it. So it's no longer like you just have this huge inventory, more than likely to have all these animal carcasses and thing with you. You have to know you had to go back, skin it, get the meat and stuff. Probably, or hopefully, I'm hoping you have to dry it and thing like what you would do in real life.
That'd be so
Yeah,
accurate.
I'm hoping if you could do that. And your food degrades over time. It's gonna rot. It's gonna smell bad. You'll have to get rid of it. You would get fat depending on how much you eat. So you have to be careful how much you eat. You can't stuff yourself. You have to try to keep yourself fit to keep your stamina right. And we saw a glimpse of this back in the days when Grand Theft Auto, I believe it was San Andreas, where you could eat. Yeah, Yogi, the game has online. It's supposed to have a Red Dead Online feature, just like in Grand Theft Auto 5, where you group up with your friends. Hopefully, you create your own character, and you guys, you create your crew, and you go on missions together. You rob, you lie in the camp, relax, you go on heists and stuff like that. So it's gonna be another huge investment by Rockstar. They're not gonna just, as I say, they're setting a bar that most companies do not. Well, attempt not to follow, but they should follow. Where we throw out a game and we invest as much time and as much content we could pump out in it. I mean, even to this day, they're still pumping out stuff for Grand Theft Auto 5, and look how long Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, and people are still online spending money to get shark cards to get in-game money. We know they're still going to invest into that. Can you throw people on a horse with a rifle? Yeah, they have said you could take out your rifle and fire warning shots to scare people off or threaten them. So like if you're surrounded by wild animals, you could take your gun, shoot it off in the air for them to run away. You could also whistle to draw people's attention and call your horse as well. So yeah. So it's there's a lot of little things being done in the game that will have you guys coming back into it.
Wow, yeah, that's on like a real ninja thing. Wow, call your horse on all kind of gun body, you know.
Yeah, that's not even one of the funny stuff I heard about it. It's like if you're in a gunfight and you roll a duck for cover or someone shoot at you, it is possible for you to lose your hat. So if you lose your hat, you have to actually go and physically pick it up. Just like in the Western movies, you see like the guys roll out of the way, their hat drop on the ground, you kill everybody, and then you walk up, pick up your hat, dust it off, and put it back on your head. So you'll be able to do that in game. You could also, if you kill a guy and they have a hat, you could pick up their hat and put it on your head. So it's like this real Wild Western kind of stuff.
Amazing.
These minor things, yeah. And they say depending on your honor, you will get a different kind of kill cam. So I guess if you're a real brutal guy, you'll get a more brutal kill cam compared to if you're like more honorable. But guys, there's one more thing I'm more excited for, Max. I'm gonna tell you this, and even you feel you'll probably want to get the game for. You can, if you want to be a good guy when you're capturing people, you can shoot the weapon out of your opponent's hand.
Wow.
So if a guy's holding a pistol to you, you could shoot the pistol out of their hand. And they go one step further. You could destroy the weapon.
Wow. Nah.
You could shoot and destroy their weapons, guys.
Wow.
That is amazing. That is ridiculously amazing.
And guys, it brings up the question, what do you think about all that? Don't forget, guys, you could always hit us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up if give us that support. Hit that thumbs up button, and always share the love and stuff. But what do you guys think? You think that having a game more realistic, does it make sense? Is it immersion so important? And what Forsaken and I are saying is that we are in the generation of the RPG element games. I think this is the era, and what we're looking at Red Dead Redemption 2 is not only the RPG elements, it's the interactivity and immersion. And what we reach right now is that you could shoot someone's gun out of their hand. You can probably see a finger flying too. You never know.
that would be fun if
go pick up your finger there. You disrespect me, bow. You understand? I can imagine when we really do start playing this game, the kind of Trinity twang to our cowboy game. This is the kind of gonna be real kicks.
Yeah, I can imagine, guys, when we're streaming this, because you guys know I'm picking it up. I told you guys from day one I'm getting this game and I'm going to be streaming it for you guys.
We have anything else to say about the game?
I had to double check my notes and stuff, but I think we mostly covered everything. I mean, Rockstar, you guys also know they'll usually be their there are Easter eggs Rockstar will have in the game, linking towards the previous Red Dead Redemption. So yeah, guys have to look out for that as well. But that's basically the more important features we're talking about with the game, because we had videos before where we covered all the other stuff. I think Fred was like talking about the level. We were talking mainly about the level of details in the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
There are other minor stuff in the game. I'm not really interested in. You will get a camera, so if you want to take pictures and stuff. But of course, cell phones and stuff didn't exist back then, so you're not gonna see him pull out a cell phone to take pictures, guys.
No. But otherwise, I think that's basically it for the for Red Dead.
Yeah, because it's just like a few key points we're talking about. Yeah, the little minor lifestyle choices and things they added to the game, which will make you guys really, really want to play it. And I'm looking at it and I'm just saying to myself, will we see a better game come out for this year than Red Dead Redemption 2? I highly doubt it. And as much as I want for like God of War, maybe Detroit Human, because that game was interesting. Monster Hunter World, I love that game, and I still play that game. I would really like it for to win Game of the Year. Or Spider-Man. You know, to something key here, guys. I'm calling out games, man.
Hey, big respect to Gorami joining the stream. Big respect, thank you for joining the Brothers of Steel. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, you know, show that support and stuff. And we're now concluding with our chat on Red Dead Redemption 2, and we're gonna go on to part 2 of our chat, which is my baby Gaga Goo.
Yeah, Max is gonna talk a lot about his baby.
Come on, well, the guys, for me, let me just be honest here, and don't think I'm psycho. I actually bought a PS4 Pro just to play Fallout 76.
Yeah, I was there along the way with that.
I actually bought a PS4 Pro, the Spider-Man one, just so when the game does come out, I'm fully ready to get the game. And I also bought a 4K monitor, you know, so that I could get totally immersed into this game. I've been looking forward to a Fallout game for the longest while. I've been playing Fallout since Fallout Tactics all the way up. And if you look at the channel right now, you'll see that I did do a video on what is happening with Fallout right now, and I was talking about how Fallout basically this is what Forsaken was talking about also with regards to crossplay.
Yes.
Yeah, crossplay. The marketing director and also the second man in charge of the whole Bethesda's marketing section and game development, he basically was saying that they're not going to really push for the crossplay again, and they I guess what I'm thinking is that, you know, they were probably in a, how to say it, in a confusion really, because they weren't getting the backup from Sony. I think that was it, right? That
Sony was like, go screw yourself.
So it's like they started to develop in the next direction. And I think it's almost like they went into that direction where crossplay, as he said, may not be supported anymore. You know, it'd be very difficult. That's what he said. So you can check out that video where I have a big Fallout 76 and I have a big question mark crossplay. You know, like if it's really possible or not. You know, and with regards to what else about Fallout 76? Well, of course the Xbox is gonna get it first. And then after we have the PC and the PS4, so you know, those Xbox One people are gonna be really
slapping Sony face.
Yeah, boy. Is that too much bacchanal to talk about? You ain't give me cosplay here, one. Take that. You ain't give me cosplay here, one. Take that. You know. And what else about the game? Well, what else can we say about the game? It has a lot of new features to the game. It does have that same system, you know, Forsaken, but I don't think it could come even close to Red Dead Redemption's 2 with regards to the Like if you kill someone and you'll be wanted and stuff. They have the same system in Fallout 76, you know, and that's one of the issues that they had because they were wondering if people are too well geared, you know, so they have to have a sort of balance with the gears, and they did that. They said that someone with a higher level gear, he would still have the perks and stuff of his gear, but they would sort of have a equilibrium if it's a PvP battle, you know. So that's pretty interesting, and I'm really wondering how that will work out. And the next thing about it, we talked about this for a second, is like it's gonna be like a totally live game.
Yeah, it's
Y-
going to be fully live. And yeah, I think it's probably the Griffin system.
Yeah, the
If
Griffin system.
y'all,
Yeah, yeah, you're quite correct. Jovan, it is the Griffin system. That's exactly what I was talking about. You know, how many people here have an Xbox One? You know, I have to make sure, you know, I'm not insulting anyone.
nah. You guys shouldn't have an Xbox mainly because every game comes out on Xbox is gonna come out on PC. So like Xbox shot themselves in the foot with that one, and that was literally Microsoft screwing their own console.
I think so too. Yeah, that whole scenario is just kind of weird, you know. But guys, under all kicks and all seriousness, are you guys going to invest in these games? You know, as you gonna spend your money behind these games at all, or what games are you looking forward to? You know, I'm really curious to know what are your guys' perspectives on all of this. You know, for me, well, yeah, as you can see, I already forked out enough money, and Forsaken is like, yeah, I'm getting this game so last year.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys. If you guys are really invested into the game, we having a little Xbox wars here.
Well, did I start a drama? Did I start something?
Yeah, a
Is
small
it?
thing. But yeah, we don't disrespect consoles much, except when me and Fred are giving our personal opinion. But in regards to Xbox on a whole, I just find Microsoft shouldn't have done what it did with they saying whatever they bring out on Xbox, they bring out on PC because basically they're defeating the purpose of the exclusive on consoles. Because if you could get for PC, most of us have decent gaming PCs. I hope most of us have decent gaming PCs. So it's like, why would I buy something to play on Xbox when I could just hook up my Xbox controller to my PC or use my keyboard and mouse, which is the preferred way to game, than and then instead get an Xbox console? I think. What about the Wii?
Oh
You
Lord.
know what?
Oh Lord.
I'm
Oh,
gonna tell you guys straightforward.
he's a saying with you know, the man say
Yeah,
we.
Nintendo told everybody from day one, yo, you guys compete all the bloody you want. We are gonna focus on everybody, and that's what we're gonna do. Nintendo kept their exclusivity with Zelda, Metroid, Mario, Smash, which is basically Mario. They have their own games that will make people come behind them. So like, although they're not really competing with the AAA games that come out on consoles and PC, they have their own following. But yes, console gaming is cheaper than
Oh,
most decent
let's
PC.
not bring up that
But
now.
let's not go into that now
Let's
because we
not-
had a video about that before, and we
uh,
also covered. I think we covered cloud gaming, right, Max? So more than likely, we may see Fallout 76 and Red Dead
for the Switch,
on the Switch if
on the Switch.
they decide to push forward. If Bethesda and Rockstar decide to push forward with cloud gaming. If you guys don't know, you have to check back an earlier video we did on it. We talked about how cloud gaming would allow the Switch to stream these graphic demanding games without any issues and without any care for hardware, which is kind of how gaming is going right now. So we're not gonna deal with all that
But
stuff right now, Jovan. We're trying to keep up with the RPG element here.
yeah, and that sort of brings us back to the whole point of this stream. You know, we guys, we are in the era of the RPG element games. And I was talking to Forsaken once about Breath of the Wild. Why did Breath of the Wild do so well? Besides it having no competition, Forsaken.
Yeah, it really didn't have any competition.
Besides, but it did. It
But
did. I was really shocked, to be honest, as an adult gamer, seeing RPGs get so much respect, because normally in my day, if you're playing an RPG, you're a nerd and RPGs are boring, and when I find they got a good mix with the action game and the RPG elements, to me, like, they found a good mesh, and guys, of course, you can always look at further on this topic. You can always go back to our video when I did a video on God of War when it now released, and I spoke about all these things. It's like I did hint in that video. Are we in the era of the RPG the action RPG, basically? So we did away with the sort of the stereotype that RPGs are boring. Now we have sort of engaging RPGs, and I think the RPG elements of, like, what was that? But games aren't really full RPG. We talked about this also. The only game you can say is full RPG. What's the name of the game you was talking about the other day? It's the closest thing. It's the closest thing to like a real. The game is talking about. They say it's very immersive and I shouldn't play it. You told me, Max, don't play that game. Once you play that game, there's no turning back. What's the name of the game again?
what game was that, bro?
It's an RPG game, and it's a first-person perspective medieval game. And
I can't remember.
yeah, it's over.
I can't remember.
It's over. Once you play that game, Max, I not seeing you again. It's nice to
Kingdom Come.
Kingdom Come. Yeah, exactly. So all these we are living in the era of this, because I mean, Breath of the Wild is the first game I really noticed that people started to get all these high accolades. But what was really different about Breath of the Wild is a Zelda game. It's open world and it's RPG. Let's throw in open world to for a second.
Yes, open world.
Open world. I think
open world action RPGs.
Yeah, because I think the whole concept of the open world within the technology right now is what also brought this sort of heightened respect for the RPG element too, because it's so broad. It's like a world, it's like you can do whatever you want, and that's what makes Red Dead really good. That's what makes Breath of the Wild really good. That's what made well, I shouldn't say God of War's open world, but it's pretty big.
It's basically what I've said. Or if you're playing game tomorrow, I think more than likely there'll be a new member who will be streaming Fortnite. So if you guys want to play Fortnite, he'll be up on stream, and we'll probably get into the link for that. We back to Yogi. We will more than likely be trying right now to edge out how we're gonna deal with Warframe. So
you asking about Warframe? Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully soon you'll see us.
Actually, to be quite honest, Yugi, we are thinking about going to our Twitch channel with that. We're really we're thinking that Warframe might be more suited. We might start on the YouTube channel, but we might, it's about time that the Brothers of Steel really touched down on the Twitch channel aspect of things too.
Yeah. So that will be as we said, Fortnite will be tomorrow. And more than likely, hopefully in the future, we'll have Fortnite simultaneously with Warframe, depending on how we deal with the schedules of everybody and stuff like that. And I want to jump back into where we were with the open world RPGs. And I'm going to say why they're so popular right now. It's because of us, gamers like us. Because years back when we played games, and we had a huge active imagination, because we didn't have all the graphics and things to see how beautiful these worlds should look.
Nope,
back then. We were playing like pixelated games, and we were letting our imagination run wild. And we were like, imagine how these games would be if we could just spread out in the open world and do whatever we want. And Zelda Breath of the Wild basically threw it to us, where Okay, you guys don't want to explore the whole world? Fine, go straight to the last boss. Don't take on nothing. You guys just go straight there. You don't have to, fight around all those stuff. You don't have to like do like normal people and do the question in one straight order. No, you just dive, do what you want, explore the whole map. We're not gonna lock off a region. We're not gonna tell you, oh, you have to do this mission, you have to do that first. You can't go this way; it's too hard. And that's what games are doing now. They're like opening up the world for everybody. You're no longer restricted. You're free to do as you please. If you want to go to this spot or that spot, no one's gonna say halt. You're too low level or you can't go there yet. It's like no, you go there. You go at your own risk. If you want to die, you go there. You go die, bro. That's what you want to do. You go.
Yeah, well, I totally agree with you for a second. It's just I think the advent of technology and the new gaming genres have made RPGs explode. They finally have a media physical representation of what it should have been years ago. You know?
Yep. It's we are, and we're also tired. And I think that's why these RPGs are doing way better than any other game, especially sports and stuff.
Oh Lord.
Because or shooters,
Lord,
because I'm
oh
gonna
Lord.
tell you guys why.
Go easy, go
We
nice,
have reached the height.
go nice, go nice, go
We
nice,
have basically
go nice.
we have basically reached our height in oh my god, this looks so beautiful. Yeah, we're like yeah, it looks beautiful, but how's gameplay? How's the story? That's how we are right now. We're like, is the story engaging? Is it a good story? Is the gameplay fluid? Um, what I always mention and always talk about, immersive. Is the game immersive enough that when I play it, I feel like I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm not gonna feel bored. I'm gonna, because remember, this is something I think I talked about too. Repetition and people say the game have the same thing over and over, and I'm like, yeah, repetition is not bad in a game unless you realize it, because I mean, God of War is basically the same set of combos. After about 1 hour, you probably did 1 hour later in the game when you unlock all your skills. Is you basically will do all the possible combos and ways to defend, deflect, or strike at something, and you're gonna repeat it for hours to come. But is it bothering you, or is the fighting the bosses and the storyline for the game keeping you there? Because Monster Hunter is really repetitive. I mean, within the first 15 minutes, you're gonna master your weapon and learn all their techniques. But then it's fighting the monsters and learning new ways to use these techniques to fight these monsters are what's keeping us in Monster Hunter World. And they're always bringing out new monsters, harder difficulties, and new weapons and stuff like that. And Fallout and Red Dead are doing the same. It's the minor things around these games that's keeping us playing it. I mean, you've played one third-person shooter. You've played them all. You've played one third-person shooter. You've played them all. It's a difference in how fast the gun shoots or what type of bullets the guns are shooting out. And it's a difference of what type of... It's the same sword swing, but different size swords or different spears or different axes. But it's basically the same thing. You play one game, you play them all. And anytime someone tells me it doesn't change, particularly I'm a fault at that, especially with Call of Duty. I'm like, it's the same game over and over with reskins. But I just generally don't like Call of Duty what it's become. That's why I don't really play it and stuff. And FIFA, I played FIFA 19 this year, guys. I played Madden 19. I got both of them with Origin Access Premier, so I played those games and covered it. I played NBA 2K19. That actually changed. The gameplay for that entire thing changed. But FIFA 19, it feels like they butchered career mode. They didn't make no changes to it and stuff. And the gameplay changed a bit. I mean, it's now more fluid to play with games, but like, FIFA 18 is still fine for me. I'm not gonna rush to buy 19. But let's go back into RPGs. Let's not stretch too much there. It's those stuff that's gonna make us continuously play Fallout 76 and gonna continuously make us play Red Dead Redemption. The ability to make those minor choices and minor actions are going to make us want to play these games over and over and over. That's not the case with Rainbow Siege. Um, Rainbow Six Siege has the different operators, you know, so the operators have different skills and stuff. But I'm not trying to bash them for being the same with all shooters and stuff. I'm more saying like don't fault games for repetition, because most people try to, when they bad talk a game, they usually use repetition as a reason to bad talk a game. You shouldn't ever use repetition to bad talk a game. You should use it in a sense that if the game's not immersive enough for you to ignore it, then it's a problem. It's not a problem of repetition on a whole. So I also want to get back to your earlier point. Imagine VR game with these elements. Yeah, that's coming soon. They're going to be VR games with these elements. I'm pretty sure if Fallout 76 doesn't have VR, it's going to be weird. If you can't play Fallout 76 without VR. I mean, I saw a video earlier on with Ace Combat 6, or is it Ace Combat 7 with VR? Yeah. Also, what up, Jeremiah? And yeah, as I was saying, Jovan, it doesn't really get repetitive. It doesn't feel like it. I mean, it's the same set of guns you guys are gonna be using, but you don't notice it. So if you don't notice it, the game doesn't really feel repetitive, and that's a good game. Its immersion causes that. If the game's not immersive, why are you playing it? Because you're gonna get bored really fast, and you're gonna be like, why am I playing this? I mean, FIFA is football. FIFA, you kick a ball, you score a goal on one side, and you prevent a guy from scoring a goal on you. But we throw hundreds of hours into FIFA games. Why? Because we're interested in building building teams, especially if you play Ultimate Team. We're interested in building a team, seeing how we play different play styles, we change our formations, and we play against other people. So it's interesting because FIFA bypassed all of this by giving you realistic opponents. And when you're playing against other humans and not really AIs, there are different play styles you're going to face. So you're not going to feel the repetition of, oh, I'm going to beat this guy, beat 2-3 guys, and then score a goal. You might try to beat one guy, then the guy takes the ball away from you and then hits it across half fields and score a goal on you. So yeah, as you said, Jovan, you learn a lot about games and its uniqueness, and it's those little unique features in a game that makes you want to play. If a game doesn't have uniqueness, then you notice repetition, and
Then
that's where a game is doing bad.
Yeah, that's when it's gonna die quickly.
Yeah, and if you notice that, if you play a game and there's only one play style to go about the game, it's going to suck. It's really, really going to suck. I mean, there will be people who prefer that and don't mind. We're gamers. We all have our different gamer style, and we try to keep our own uniqueness to ourselves, and we like that. I respect everybody's decision. I won't ever force my opinion on other people. I always give people the benefit of the doubt as well. I don't know if you guys were following earlier on. A certain somebody, my co-host, forced me to buy a game, and we've only played it for like 10 hours. Worst $30 spent in my life.
What's that? What game is that again?
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that game.
Ah!
Yeah. So I give games the benefit of the doubt, and there are a lot of hidden gems out there. I play, especially on PC, and I try to give games a chance, but I can't change my decision when games have like one single way to play, and that's it. If you don't play that way, you're not gonna be good. People are gonna beat you and stuff. Then it doesn't really feel to me like I'm playing a game to play it my way, and that's what I want from RPG games. Hey, Phew, you were here before.
Yeah, hey, too, and D'Souza, hey, big up D'Souza for touching on the stream.
Yeah.
That's a big league player. Hopefully, we can touch back on League of Legends next week, and we can get some of the really talented talent in Mocha to play some league next week. So we'll see how that goes. You know.
Yeah. As you bring up League, Max, that's I mean, I haven't played League because a majority of my friends who did play League insist I should not play it. I probably shouldn't have agreed with them. I should have played League earlier on when League was still like, not really all that, and they were just telling me to get into it. But League is a perfect example of what I'm telling you guys. There is one way to play a hero that you'd see most pro players play a hero. But if you guys are skilled enough, and I'm hoping you're skilled enough, Jeremiah, you could play him your own way and dominate. And this is why you will continuously play League. Other people will be like, no, you shouldn't play that hero then that way. And you'll be like, nah, hold my bail. Let me show you how I play, and let me show you how I own doing that. And that's what you love about the game. You don't have to conform to the norms that say, oh, play the game this way. This is the best way to play the game. You're like, nah, I know how to play the game. I want to play it my way. And I'm going to own playing it my way. And that's what RPGs are trying to do right now, especially action RPGs. They are giving you the opportunity to say, hey, play the game your way. I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out. I don't know about Fallout, how our decision is going to affect it. I hope it's going to be big like before Fallout 3, when you nuke the town, guys. Remember when you nuked the town? Yeah, I hope they bring back those huge decisions in the game. But in Red Dead Redemption 2, you guys can't tell me if you guys pick up the game, nobody's going to be like, I wonder how it will be if I never shave or bathe and played the entire game doing that. You guys can't tell me that won't pop in your head doing that, playing the game that way once, or coming over and then playing it with yourself clean shaven, and or coming over and making bad choices, or coming over and making good choices. All these little things are going to bring back replayability. And not once you're gonna mention the repetition of, oh, I played this mission before, I know how to beat it. You're gonna be like, I'm going to tackle this mission differently. And that is what games are doing right now. That's what Rockstar is looking at. Rockstar is not looking at, I want these guys to play over the same story and I'm just going to make two or three changes. They're like, no, care what, guys? There are going to be hundreds of different decisions you guys can make. So if you play the game one way, come back and play it again and make your own decision. Make a different choice in this situation. Make a different clothing style. Make a different react to robberies or hunts and stuff. What
this is said there, I am 15 though, but thanks for the advice.
What advice is that?
I'm not sure.
What advice was that, Jeremiah?
For a second, you're giving life advice now. I'm impressed.
Oh, I think it's probably like where I was telling them, like, play the game your own way. Hey, I play Heroes of the Storm, and usually when I play ranked matches, especially if I play with like Li Ming or Zagara, people would tell me don't play that hero, or that hero is bad and stuff. And like I play them and I'm like, I'm gonna show you guys how I play, and I win. I get MVP and stuff. That's how you have to play. You have to show these guys you don't have to conform to Icy Veins and 10-ton hammers builds. You're like, nah, I know my own build and I can do it my way. As long as you're good. Don't do it and suck, because then people are gonna hate on you non-stop and blame you for losing and things. But if you know you got it good and you could do what you could do it and do it well.
I'm voting for you.
Yeah.
But I think that's the majority of the things we're gonna talk about tonight for a second.
Yeah, that's the majority of it. What we're going to talk about tonight, guys.
Because we're nearly clocking an hour already. Imagine that.
Yeah, this was really exciting. We didn't even notice the time, guys.
Yeah, that's it. It's nearly an hour already for a second, and we just talked about 2 games really.
Yeah.
But guys, we love the interaction tonight. Thank you for coming on live onto the stream and sharing your thoughts, and we giving you advice in life. I just had to say that. I just had to say that one. Yeah.
Just now, Max. There's one thing I want to mention. I forgot to tell Max earlier. Otherwise, we'd probably show it on stream. I don't know, but there's this game that probably flew under all you guys' radar. There's a game Square Enix is releasing only for PS4 and PC, digital only, and it's called The Quiet Man. I don't know if you heard about it, Max.
Oh,
But
I think you
basically,
posted that
it's
on the
their game.
Facebook group. I think you.
Yeah, I shared it on the Facebook group, guys. So go on to Facebook,
Oh,
check our group, and
I,
you'll see the trailer for it. It's
I,
this really interesting game about this deaf guy and deaf mute guy, and he's a real badass fighter. It's like really awesome looking. So you guys should check it out. It looks amazing.
I just posted our Facebook link there, so you guys can always check it out. All right, so you can check out the video that Forsaken posted on our Facebook page, and don't forget, guys, if you want to have the latest news, you can always check our Discord channel and our Facebook channel, and we're gonna wrap things up now, guys. Don't forget, tomorrow night, let me just pause the music here just for a sec. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow night we are looking forward to the younger generation of the Brothers of Steel. That is when we give all the reins. Forsaken, we don't get involved much, do we?
Nope, we don't
No,
ever get involved with that. You
no,
guys should.
yeah.
By the way, sub crazy goat, you came just as we were ending
Hey,
stream.
crazy. Actually, it is Crazy Goat when I'll be there tomorrow night. Hey, Crazy Goat, thank you. Hey, what's up, man? You're late. You're late, man. You're late to the stream, man. You're late. We're now about to close off, man. Yeah, tomorrow night we'll be having Fortnite, and we'll be having the small man Ned himself, Crazy Goat, and we'll be having Kyle and Stunner for you. Those will be the main players for our Fortnite session. So if you're into Fortnite, we got something special for you all right here in the Brothers of Steel. And next week, I think Frederick and Firefox will be doing another video. And hopefully in the future, Forsaken and yours truly Maximus will be doing some more Monster Mash. And Forsaken will be doing some Monster Mash.
Yeah, we have to finish up the Monster Mash video, guys, in which me and Max will be explaining a bunch of stuff about Monster Hunter World, because I'm pretty sure Monster Hunter World will be going strong into next year and the year after. Okay.
For real. All right, guys. So thank you for joining the stream. We look forward to next Game Talk, and we look forward to streaming Fallout 76 and Red Dead Redemption. So thank you for joining the streams. This is yours truly, Maximus, and the man himself, Forsaken. We're out.